Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So yesterday during my Game of Thrones trailer breakdown, I asked you to submit all of your questions. I picked 10 of them with one bonus question. I have to say though, most people were interested in talking about Coldhands and general story progression into books 4 and 5. I also wanted to remind you guys that in about 2 weeks I'm going to start my Game of Thrones Season 4 countdown series, so if there's any type of video that you want me to see during that, just let me know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe if you're finding me for the first time to get all that stuff, because it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be doing character videos, house histories, anything else you guys want to see. But let's answer some questions. Careful for potential spoilers for Season 4 if you don't want to know anything. I tried to answer everything as best I could without being too explicit. But here we go. Question number 1. Alice Say asks, any chance we'll see mention of the next big thing for House Targaryen? Honestly, I don't think that 10 episodes is going to be enough to get to what I think you're talking about. I assume you're talking about the big, Dance with Dragons plot point. It's a strong possibility for Season 5 though, depending on where they end Season 4. There are going to be several big moments this season, but of all the moments, in the East, I think there are going to be like 2 big Dany moments, so I don't think the thing that you're talking about is going to happen this year. Question number 2, Wajikan asks, why is it that whenever the dragons are shown, it's always Drogon in the spotlight? I like the other two. So there are actually a couple reasons that you really only see Drogon most of the time. First, Drogon is more of a character in the books. He's tied specifically to a few really big moments that'll probably happen this season. The other dragons have their moments too, but Drogon is like the lead singer of the Dragon Jam band. He is the biggest and the baddest. The other reason is just from a cost perspective. It's super expensive to do special effects for the dragons, especially giant dragons. So generally speaking, they try to show the dragons as little as possible. That's why, in that trailer, when you see Drogon spread his wings, they probably spent $1 million trying to do that. Question number 3, Starplat7 asks, where will they end the season at? I think they'll end the season on Dany just like they did on Season 3. Logically, the strong moment for them to end on would be Dany and Drogon. If you want to know what that is and you don't care about spoilers, read Dance with Dragons, Chapter 52. Other potential places they could end the season would be with Jon Snow in Dance with Dragons in either Chapter 31 or Chapter 69. Those are really towards the end of that book, and there are several battles and major conflicts all over Westeros and in the East. Usually each season ends right after a great victory or a great defeat. So you could really pick any major battle up to about halfway through Dance with Dragons for them to end the season on. Question number 4, Andrew Jones asks, who is the woman that we see being burned by Melisandre in the Nightfire scene? So a lot of people are wondering if this is Brienne, and I don't think it's her. I would say that it's a wildling or someone from Stannis' own ranks given her age. She doesn't look like Brienne. Melisandre usually burns something or someone of significance to provide magical aid to Stannis' army before a battle. It looks like this is going to happen before they sail away from Dragonstone, so obviously Brienne would not be there. Question number 5, Andalib Nizam asks, why do you think that Arya included Melisandre in her prayer? Melisandre is the one that took Gendry away, so she is on Arya's shit list. Remember, Arya got up in her face and confronted her about taking Gendry away to be sacrificed. She even foretold a little bit of Arya's future, her very, very stabby future. Question number 6, Ariadna Quiano asks, will Shae have the same destiny as she does in the books? There were a ton of Shae questions, so I will try and answer all of them in this answer. Yes, Shae will have more scenes, but based on the way they teased us with the trailer, I think it will all play out in the same way it does in the books, meaning that the end result will be the same, but Shae will get a lot more story than she did in the books. Part of the issue with the Shae character in the books is that it's really hard to understand why she does what she does, because she's almost a non-character. She has very little time in the story. I think the show is going to try and fix that to kind of better explain and make things clearer. Question number 7, Muhammad Hasir asks, does Jon find out about Robb or Bran? He learns about the Red Wedding because ravens were sent out. He does not know what happened to Bran though. Pretty much everyone assumes that Bran was killed by Theon because they swapped bodies whenever Winterfell got sacked. So he does think that most of his family is dead, but he doesn't know anything about his sisters right now. I think he assumes that they're both alive. Question number 8, Colin Cautry asks, do you think I should read the books? Will it improve or lessen my experience of watching the TV show? Yes, you should always read. Reading is good. No, reading the books is a lot of fun though. Mostly just because they're downright awesome. You don't have to read them to follow the show though. But if you like fantasy stories, then yes, totally go for it. If you start now, by the time you finish, Winds of Winter will probably be done. That's just a bit of a book reader joke just because it takes so long for each book to come out. Just think of how long it's going to be before we see Dream of Spring. Question number 9, The Warmonger asks, do you think that the White Walker at the end of the trailer is Coldhands? So, time to address all the Coldhands questions. This was the other big question that everyone had in the comments. No, I do not think that it's Coldhands from Dance with Dragons, mostly because Coldhands was not a White Walker. and this person looks just like a White Walker. Coldhands looked like a white, which is a reanimated corpse, so he looked more like a zombie. He also wore a really deep hood. It's possible that what the show is doing is giving the Coldhands part in the book to a regular White Walker. They do mix things around a lot on the show, but I don't think that we can call whoever this is Coldhands. So I think that it's just a random White Walker, but he might do the things that Coldhands does in the book story. Question number 10, Amy Morris asks, do you think they'll run out of material for season 5 and have to create new plots that differ from the books? Eventually, yes, but not quite in the way you think, and not quite in that time frame. People ask George R. R. Martin and the showrunners this question all the time. I think that Winds of Winter will be finished by the time we get season 5, but because they have to write all the stories 6 months ahead of time, what will probably happen is George R. R. Martin will give them an idea for how he wants the characters to develop and some logical signposts for the plot, and the show will just do its own things within those boundaries. So by the time we get to, like, say, season 6, the show will be way off book, but it will loosely resemble what George R. R. Martin is doing, because it's probably going to be like 2019 before we see Dream of Spring, and by that time the show will probably be off the air. In interviews, Martin has also said that he considers the canon that the show is creating to be separate from his book canon. And bonus question, last one. Footy Lover Forever asks, did you come across the books or the TV show first? So I learned about the books in 2007 and then read all 4, because at that time there were only 4, and then waited to 2011 for Dance with Dragons, so I did wait a little while. I do refer to specific chapters if there's a question I have about plot points though, but it's been a long time since I've read like the first couple books. Ideally what I'd like to do though is, before each season kind of reread the books, but I don't always have that much time. So thank you so much guys for submitting all your questions. This was a lot of fun as always. Unless they release a new trailer again next week or new footage for me to do a breakdown for, my next Game of Thrones video will be my top 5 characters from season 3. And don't forget, in about 2 weeks I'll be starting my video countdown series, so if there's specific videos that you really want to see in that, just let me know in the comments. Right now, click here for all my season 4 breakdowns, and click here for my Walking Dead episode 10 review. We finally found out what happened to Baby Judith, and it was so awesome. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you tonight. High fives.